Now, the lakes in Bengaluru are always in the news for being encroached by land sharks, but the lake in Chikkabannavur is making news for an entirely different reason. We have a report.
Look at the state of this lake in Chikkabannavur on the outskirts of Bengaluru. It is in a decaying state and the stench emanating from it is unbearable. The residents of several areas around the lake are finding it hard to walk along the road. They allege that the sewage from the apartments that have come up in the area and wastewater from the industries is flowing into this lake. Apart from that, waste from the chicken centers across the area is being dumped into the lake. The residents of Kere Guddada Halli, Chikkabannavur, Abbigare, Shetty Halli, Ganigara Halli, Hebbepalya and Maruti Nagar are put to immense trouble thanks to rotten state of the lake.
35 ವರ್ಷ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ ಬಟ್ ಈ ತರ ಅಧ್ವಾನ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ಈ ಕಕ್ಕಸನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕಮ್ಮಗೊಂಡಳ್ಳಿ KG ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದನೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೀರದು. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಮನೆಗಳಿಂದ ನೀರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೆರೆಯಲ್ಲಂತೂ ಅಧ್ವಾನ ಆಗಿ ಕೂತಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಈ ಡೆಂಗ್ಯೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 1 ತಿಂಗಳಾಯಿತು. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 10th ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಜ್ವರ. 12th ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ SK ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್.
Well, the situation has led to the spreading of deadly diseases like dengue and malaria. The lake has become a breeding ground for mosquitoes, flies and several other insects. It has also come to light that the contaminated lake water is getting blended with underground water sources, resulting in the bore water being polluted. The need of the hour is to sprinkle disinfectant and in around the water body and destroy insects including mosquitoes and flies. The doctor confirmed about the increasing number of suspected dengue cases.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದನೂ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಡೆಂಗು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಇದೇ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಶವಂತಪುರ ಪೀಣ್ಯದಿಂದ ಸಹ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕೇಸಸ್, ಡೆಂಗು ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಆ ಥರ. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಸು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಕ್ಲೆನ್ಲಿನೆಸ್ ಹೈಜೀನ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋದೇ ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
According to the residents, BBMP would sprinkle disinfectants earlier, but for the last 6 months it has stopped doing it. Will the BBMP look into the problem and do something about it? Maltesh, News 9, Bengaluru.
Well, ruckus is a common thing in the parliament session, but things have been different in the present government. We take a look.
Modi government's first parliament session has come to an end. The recent budget session broke the record of the past 10 years of being the most productive session by far. The session saw the usual disruptions and debates like any other previous one, but unlike the previous session, more hours and extra efforts were put to bridge the shortfall. According to a non-profit parliamentary research think tank called PRS Legislative, the Lok Sabha worked for 104% and Rajya Sabha worked for 106% of the sanctioned time. Even the question hour that usually goes unanswered saw a difference this time. 24% of the questions were answered in Lok Sabha, while 15% in Rajya Sabha. BJP is proud of the result-oriented parliament session.
Nishande, no doubt, the parliament session which is held in last 2-3 days back, it was very, very positive. And from the last 10 years, first time we've seen such a huge business were performed in the parliament and with the heavy result. So I hope in future such a performance will mean it.
The opposition also doesn't deny the fact that the sessions were productive. While some give the credit to themselves for a productive session, others didn't quite seem satisfied.
It shows the responsible behavior of the opposition party. When UPA 2 was in power, maximum period of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha was destroyed in all kind of halla-gulla. Sometime it was GPC demand, sometime it was Kamroko Prastav. You know, the unnecessarily questions were asked and were made the issues of the so-called prestige. This time, the responsible opposition from the Congress party to everyone, they had very positive discussions on many points. So there was some heated exchanges also. But, we totally try to cooperate with the ruling party.
It is a good thing that substantial work was done during the budget session of Parliament. I wish it was better. I am not satisfied. I am happy, but not satisfied. There could have been more work done, more debates organized. There were some disruptions, but not that much as used to be in earlier sessions. So compared to previous sessions of Parliament, this was a very good session, but much more is to be done as far as proceedings of Parliament are concerned.
Some key bills were also passed in this session. What remains to be seen is if the same pattern will be followed for the rest of the upcoming sessions as well. Sanjay Dikshit for News 9, Delhi.
Well, moving on, it is learned that the people of Uttara Kannada district and surrounding areas are suffering from grave mental disorders. What could be the reason behind it? Here's more on the story.
There is an increase in the number of cases of mental disorder in Kasaragod, Bhatkal and Chikmagalur regions. This is a result of endosulfan pesticide.
ಕೇರಳದ ಕಾಸರಗೋಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಪುತ್ತೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಭಟ್ಕಳ ತಾಲೂಕು ಉತ್ತರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಏನೊಂದು ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದಂತಹ ಗಂಭೀರವಾದಂತಹ ಅಂಗವಿಕಲತೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿಮಾಂದ್ಯತೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಎಂಡೋಪೀಡಿತರು ಎಂಡೋಸಲ್ಫಾನ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪ್ರೇಯಿಂದ ಸಿಂಪಡಣೆಯಿಂದ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು 25 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈಗ ಗಂಭೀರ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಈಗ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ನವರು ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂತಹ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಿ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅಂಥದ್ದೊಂದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇಡೀ ಮಲೆನಾಡಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಎಂಡೋಸಲ್ಫಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬದಲಿ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Though the sale of endosulfan has been banned in many places, it is being sold in the market by different names. There are 34 different types of pesticides using to grow commercial crops like coffee and ginger. However, farmers are not ready to adopt organic farming. It is the responsibility of the Health Department and Forest Department to stop the sale of endosulfan in shops.
ಈ ರಿಡೋಮಿಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಂಡೋಸಲ್ಫಾನ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಇದು ಹರಿಯುವ ನೀರಿನ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಜಲಚರ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹಾನಿಯನ್ನು ತರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಫಿ ತೋಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆರಿ ಬೋರರ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮಾರಕ ರೋಗ ಬರೋ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡೋಸಲ್ಫಾನನ್ನು ಕಾಫಿ ಕಣಿವೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
In future, the government should intervene into this matter as lives of thousands are at stake. Strict action must be taken against shopkeepers marketing these pesticides. Shantinath, News 9, Chikmagalur.
Well, the whole of India is geared up for Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, but Udupi Krishna Mutt will not celebrate Krishna Janmashtami with the rest of India. Take a look as to why.
You cannot think of Krishna Janmashtami without thinking of the celebrations in Udupi Krishna Mutt. The pompous celebration in Udupi during Krishna Janmashtami attracts devotees from all across the country. But this will not be the case this time around, as Udupi Mutt will not be celebrating Krishna Janmashtami with the rest of India.
ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶದ ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಧ್ಯಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುಜರಾತ್ನಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಮಥುರಾದವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟಮಿಯನ್ನು ನಾಡ್ದು ಈ ಭಾಗದ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಡ್ದು 17-18 ನಾಳೆ ನಾಡ್ದು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಉಡುಪಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸವನಮಾನ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಡೆಯುವುದರಿಂದ ಅದು ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚರಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
According to Udupi Almanac, Krishnashtami will be celebrated only with the confluence of Simha Masa, Krishna Paksha, Rohini Nakshatra and Ashtami Tithi according to the solar calendar. But the Krishna Mutt does not want to disappoint the devotees who follow the lunar calendar. The Mutt has arranged an alternative to celebrate the festival to please these devotees of Lord Krishna.
ಶ್ರಾವಣ ಮಾಸದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಸಹಿತ ಉಡುಪಿಯಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಅನೇಕರು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜನ್ಮಾಷ್ಟಮಿ ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡುವವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಹರಕೆ ಪ್ರದಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾರು ಭಕ್ತರು ಶ್ರಾವಣ ಮಾಸದಂದು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜನ್ಮಾಷ್ಟಮಿ ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಬಾರದು.
Udupi Krishna Mutt will see simple celebrations today, but this has not stopped the devotees. The Mutt is already flooded with devotees from different parts of the country who are eagerly waiting to witness the Krishna Puja today. Arbilachi Yograj for News 9, Udupi.
Well, it's a known fact that whenever there is a government work to be done, it has to be done once the tender has been called. Now, this is to ensure transparency, but that does not seem to be the case in Hassan Municipal Corporation. Take a look.
officials and even representatives had thrown everything to the wind, thus earning crores of rupees. And all this during the tenure of the incumbent President Srividya, former President Nagabhushan, AEE Nagendraya. As per rules, once a contractor bags a contract, he has to deposit 5% of the amount as surety. This is to ensure that the government gets back its rightful due in the event of the contractor doing a slipshod job. But as said, again there is a violation. Anu Enterprises and Vinod Enterprises, which has bagged the contract to provide playing equipment to 34 parks, were supposed to deposit the amount as per the rules in the name of the commissioner. But that was not the case, allegedly. Instead, they have deposited it in the names of Madhu Patel, Kumaraswamy, who happen to be private persons.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಭದ್ರತಾ ಠೇವಣಿ ಯಾರು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಯಾರ್ದೋ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಆಯುಕ್ತರ ಹೆಸರಿಗೂ ಇಡದಲೆ 50,000 ಸಾವಿರ ರೂಪಾಯಿ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಯಾರ್ದೋ ಮಧು ಪಟೇಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಮಧು ಪಟೇಲ್ಗೂ ಅನು ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಆಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ? ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ DN ಅಂತೇಳಿ 9ನೇ ವಾರ್ಡಿನ ನಿವಾಸಿ, ಮಧು ಪಟೇಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹಾಸನದ 9ನೇ ವಾರ್ಡಿನ ನಿವಾಸಿ, ಇವ್ರಿಗೂ ಈ ಅನು ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ಗೂ ವಿನೋದ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಆಟಿಕೆಗೂ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ?
Whenever the government calls for a tender process, hundreds of contractors participate in it. It also has to issue advertisements to the media, but nothing has been done. It is a gross violation on the corporation's part, and this allegedly happened during the tenure of the earlier commissioner Nagabhushan. All works had been issued to Anu and Vinod Enterprises, and these parties have allegedly bought the playing equipment at exorbitant rates. Now the incumbent commissioner Krishnamurthy has issued notices to Chikmagalur Commissioner Nagabhushan and AEE Nagendraya. The government has done its part in introducing e-administration as well. This is also to ensure transparency. But look at what these people have done. Dashrath Savur for News 9, Hassan.